everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we are going to be playing with new makeup and new to me makeup. We'll also be throwing in some oldies but goodies, but for the most part we're going to be focusing on new makeup and a couple of items that I picked up that are new to me but have been on the market for quite some time. So with that, let's pull the hair back. I did just get my hair cut, so it is finally, I took off like 5 or 6 inches and it'll be back before you know it. So a couple things I want to mention. My Chanel video went up last week, I think when this goes up. A couple things I want to mention. One, if not already, nail polishes I'm going to try to put on tape so you can see what they look like. I only had a paper towel to do it when I did the video, so I'll try to put them on tape so you guys can see that. They're all beautiful shades. All the new La Beige shades are really, really nice. Two, when I was at the Chanel store, where did I put it? My friend there, she's absolutely lovely. And if you want her information, I mostly get my stuff almost always from Murray, but if you are in Boston and you want to buy from Jackie in Boston, let me know and I'll make sure you have her information. But I got a sample of the new perfume that's coming out, the Edinburgh. Or Edinburgh. Is it Edinburgh? I think it's Edinburgh. Yeah, it's Edinburgh. I love it. It's coming out soon. It's really unusual. I don't know if they have information online about it. If they do, I'll put it in like a link in the description box. But I absolutely love the scent. I got a little sample of it. Absolutely beautiful. And then another thing that I tried that I've never tried before was the, well, I've never had a sample of it, I should say. So the Ritz-Carlton's spas use the Chanel body oil, like as a massage oil. And I think the one that I had, it was a while back, I don't remember the scent that they used, but it wasn't the scent that I tried. The scent that I tried yesterday was vanilla. I love it. It's just a body oil, but you know, you take a shower, you can put it on like instead of a moisturizer. And I am very dry, so actually it worked really well for me. And it was light, and it just gives like a really nice, just very light fragrance. It's very, very light. Like, I can smell it, but I don't know if anyone else can. But it just gives you like a nice, I don't know, like freshness. I can't really explain, but I really, really like it. So if you're interested in their body oils, they have like 5 different scents. And they're extremely light. There's vanilla, and there's, like I said, there's 4 others. But just really beautiful. And I've never tried it before. Like, I never took home a sample of it before. I've never asked to have a sample made. And yeah, I really love it. So if you're looking for a body oil, you should check out the body oils at Chanel. See if you're interested. Just a note. I was like, oh, this is interesting. So let's start with the foundation. Today we're going to use the Tom Ford Flawless Glow Foundation. This is an old foundation. I got this at the CCO store. I have it in 1.3 Nude Ivory. If you're near a CCO store, they will probably have this. It's like the glow drops. There's a pump like that, and it draws it into it. You know, I've used this now a couple of times. This is a very drippy, I have to be careful, foundation. I have the Guerlain watery oil on my face already, and I have on my brows. But, you know, I really like this foundation. I assume because it's at the CCO stores for whatever it was, 50% off, it's now discontinued. But yeah, I really like it. And there we are. Yeah, I just think it's really pretty. It's like a nice glow. It settles in after a little bit. It's a little glowy at the moment. But it's just a beautiful foundation, and I don't know, I'm not sure if I missed it. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I don't know how I missed it, but I did, because I did not have it in my collection. So anyway, I really like it. And so if you're in or near a CCO store and you want to check it out, it looks really nice on my skin. And if you haven't watched before, I have very dry, mature skin. I am turning 49 in, I'm I'm not sure when this is going up, but I'm turning 49 on the 31st of May. And so talking about my birthday, I had mentioned a couple of times that my birthday is at the end of May, and one of you out there, Maleva, I just want to say, has been a follower of mine like since the beginning, since practically my channel went up. She's just a lovely woman, and I don't know her in real life. I have not met her, but I've talked to her a couple times through social media, and she's just absolutely lovely. And Maleva was kind enough to send me a gift card for my birthday. And I just wanted to say, Maleva, that was just the sweetest thing. It was incredibly kind. Please don't take that. I don't want anyone to get me anything. Nobody needs to get me anything. I just want to say, I want to tell Maleva how sweet that was, and to give her the proper shout out, because that was just incredibly sweet. But really and truly, the only thing I want for my birthday is for you guys to keep watching, subscribing, sharing. That's it. But yes, the gift certificate will go to good use, and when I decide on what to get, I promise I will show it to everyone. I'm very like, I plan things ahead. I'm just one of those people, I plan. So it will probably take me a long time to actually use it, because I'll be like, oh, I want these things, and I'll wait for a sale, and you know, that's my New England roots. But anyway, so thank you again, Maleva. That was incredibly kind. So I'm gonna use Shantakai today. I'm gonna use, I think, either Suku or Cle De Peau. We'll get there in a minute. But I think the highlight of today is the Olivia Palermo. This is the Au Natural. And I gotta say, guys, this packaging, it's beautiful. Like, just the way it looks. Now, I know you shouldn't just buy things for the way they look, but listen to this. It's like, they did a great job. Got the Olivia Palermo on the front here. It's just beautifully done. The crosshatch, it's hefty. It's got weight. It's just, I mean, I posted the pictures on Instagram. Just beautiful. Like, really, I was like, okay. If other luxury designers did their palettes like this, honestly, they'd be 3 times the price. Like if it was Chanel or Tom Ford, I think their six pan palettes, I think they're like $60 or something like that. They would be $200. I mean, it's beautiful. It's stunning. So we'll try it out on the eyes in a little bit. I also picked up the Shantakai Flower Powder Cheek Shade. There's the shade. And let me show you the packaging. So this packaging is the packaging that is on the blurring powder. I don't know if my camera is going to pick this up really well, but you can see that the flowers are 3D. 3-dimensional. And they're kind of like a little like rubber kind of thing. They're actually, it's very cute. It's very pretty. And the shade, it's like a very creamy, I wish I could like velvety kind of blush. It is very light, but however, I have seen a number of content creators, pale skinned like myself, deeper skinned people who have used it, and it's looked great on numerous skin tones. So I don't think it only works on a pale complexion. On a deeper skin tone, it has a different look to it, but it still looks beautiful. It still looks beautiful. So just keep that in mind. And if you do want to check, if I can find the links, I know I've watched a bunch of different people use it. I just can't remember the channel. So if I can remember to do that, I'll tag everyone below so you can see it on different skin tones. We're going to use the Dior 04 bronzer. So I've talked to a couple of you about the bronzer, and for those who are interested, I have the 2 and the 4, and I've been told that the 3 is actually also warm. It's not cool. The 4 is cool. So that if I did want to get one, I should get the 5. So I might get the 5 the next time I have to order from Selfridges or Dior. I don't know. Like, I mean, that could be next week, the way the the releases are going. But anyway, so I'm not gonna pick up the 3. The 4 I think works really great for me. I don't really bronze myself more than this, so do I need the 5? No, but I'm kind of interested in what it would look like, so I'm thinking about it. All right, so let's go in with the shade. We're gonna go in with the FO3 brush. Now, you know, for me, this is a great blush because I can kind of go crazy with it. And I don't have to worry like about it being too pigmented. Like the Pat McGrath blushes that are coming out on the 21st, I'm incredibly excited. But I will admit, I'm not gonna pick up all the shades because I know some of those shades are just gonna be too deep for me. So there's like 4 or 5, maybe 4 shades, 5 shades that I'm definitely gonna pick up, but I'm not gonna get, you know, every shade. This is just the Sonia G Face 1. Just gonna buff that in just a bit. I'm gonna use the Danessa Myricks palette. This is the Light Work palette. I'm gonna use the same brush and I'm just gonna go into the piece of cake little bit. Like, I'm not gonna use a lot. You don't need a lot. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever get through this palette, to be honest with you. I love this palette, but I mean, I've used it numerous times. You can't tell. So it doesn't make a dent. So it's definitely worth your money kind of palette. So when I first use a eye palette, I don't use primer. So I'm gonna do this on my eyes without a primer. I think generally eyeshadows work better with primer. Not always, but most of the time they do. But like for longevity and everything. But I feel like I wanna see what it looks like without it. And then it's gonna look better with the primer. I have never had a circumstance where it looked worse with the primer. It's always looked better. So I feel like that's fair, because I'm like, if I love it, it's gonna look better. If I think it's good, it'll still look better. If I hate it, then I try it with the primer and I see if that makes a huge difference. Doesn't usually, sometimes, but you know, most of the time, if it's not great, it's not great. But we'll see. All right, so let me pull you in a little bit closer. For eye looks, it's important to get close. So I'm gonna use my Sonia G brushes today. Of all the brushes I have, you know, it's funny, I have a lot of great brushes actually, and I like a lot of them. I love my Wayne Goss, I love my Sonia G, I love my Chikuhodo, I mean, I love a lot of brushes. But I feel like I tend towards my Sonia G when I'm like using a palette that I don't know. I don't know if it's just because I've used the Sonia G's the longest. I'm not sure, but anyway. Long story short, I'm gonna use my Sonia G's. And I'll use a couple Wayne Gosses too. So let's go and swatch. They are very creamy and have a nice texture. They don't feel super powdery, like I don't feel like there's a lot of kick up, but you know, we'll find out. I have worn this palette. I wore it for an entire day. It wore really well, actually. I didn't use a primer that day either because I was just, you know, testing it out, and it was actually really good. So let's hope for the same today. Okay, so that's the palette. I gotta say, guys, it's really, really nice. So when I look at this palette, I get a little bit of Wayne Goss vibes, but I'll tell you why. So here's the Wayne Goss Imperial Topaz, similar color story as the O'Natural, but there's this pop of blue, which is in Pearl Moonstone. So if you took the blue pearl out of this and put it instead where the black is, there we go. See what I mean? You put that blue right where that black is, right there, and just cover that up. That's what they remind me of. So it's funny because I saw it and I was like, why does this remind me of something? There's also been some color stories like this lately, like the Viseart palette. I think I mentioned it. you know, has all those browns and then the blue in it. I forget which is the name of it, but anyway. So that's the palette. I'm gonna try to use as many shades as possible, but I don't think we're really gonna be able to do that to the extent that I want to. Unless I did 2 different looks. I could do that. Well, let's see. This is a matte. This looks like a satin. This looks like a satin. This looks like a matte. And these are definite shimmers. It's really pretty. All right, let's see what we can do here. I absolutely think you can use all 6 shades in a look. It's not that, it's just, I don't think in general, most of us do that. Like when we're going out, we're not using 6 shades. It's great to have a palette that has 6 shades and is small like this, because then you can do different looks if you're traveling and stuff with it. But I just mean, like most of us will probably use 3, maybe 4. Just saying. Okay, so let's go in with the classic crease, Sonia G, and let's use that like kind of mushroom shade. Yeah, definitely pigmented. I'm just sort of tapping this on the outside of the eye, and then I'll just take whatever's like left and go into the crease. If you hear noises in the background, that's Remi. Remi is being, I don't know what Remi's problem is today. Although I would tell you, I don't know if Remi knows what Remi's problem is on any given day. He's just one of those dogs. He's like, he always finds something to complain about. I'm not sure why. He's very sweet, but he's just a difficult, he's a difficult dog. He likes to cry a lot. We don't know why. Like, you know, if he's eaten, he's gone for a WALK, doesn't matter. He likes to cry. You're like, Remi, why are you crying? And there's usually like a reason, it's just, you have no way of knowing what the reason is. Usually it has to do with food. Remi is very, very food motivated. Like, you can teach him how to do practically anything if you give him a TRA. I have to say it because he's in the room, TRAT. He knows the word. He knows that word, he knows the WALK word. He also knows, I'll kind of say it later, he also knows Starbucks. If you say that word, he knows he goes there. It's not good. He has a favorite barista. He really does. He has a favorite barista. Let's use the mini booster. And let's go in with that like chocolate shade. And we'll deepen that up. Yes, her name is Ray. And she's super sweet. Super nice. And Remi loves her. Loves her. Like, he barks at everyone else because he's blind. So, you know, when he hears voices and stuff, he barks. But he does not bark at Ray. I mean, he'll bark to like say hello, but he won't, you know. It's so funny. He's so happy when he knows it's her. And I'm not sure why they like going to STAR so much, but because they can't have anything because he has diabetes and pancreatitis. So the other dogs can't understand why they can't have anything. I've tried explaining this because their brother can't, but they don't really grasp that concept. All right, let's blend a little bit. So far, these are blending really well. They're smooth. They look really nice on the eye. Let's take the cream shade. See how that works is like, I think the cream shade on me looks like the color of my skin tone. It does. I mean, that's fine, but it actually would work as a nice base too, if you wanted to use it. Like if you're very pale like myself, it would be a good base. I'm also using it up in the brow area just to lighten Okay, good so far. All right, let's take the, this is, what cream shade is this? Let's take the, it's like a satin shade, put that on the eye. Oh, that's really pretty. It's just a nice, like, camel satin shade. Let's go back over it with, let's use the chocolate shade, just re-emphasize the outer V here. These are definitely buildable, so it's allowing me to like blend it out and then pack more on, blend it out, pack more on, which is important. Haven't had any fallout yet. I haven't used the shimmer shade, so we're gonna do that next. So I'm gonna use the, what shade would I call this? Let's see what it looks like on the eye. Kind of right in the middle and towards the edge. It's kind of, it's really pretty. What would I call that shade? It's got a warmth to it. It's kind of different, actually. So there are shade names on the back, actually. And the white, the cream shade is a matte base, and that's seashell. So that, like I said, you can put that all over the eye. And then the brown that looks more like chocolate, like a dark chocolate, is cherry mahogany, and that's a matte. Desert sand was the satin highlight that I put all over the eye. That's, I mean, satin, yeah, satin highlight. And then smoked chestnut is a matte. Smoked chestnut is the more, what's the word? Mushroom looking color. And then this is Caldera Blue, which is a shimmer, according to them. And then the one I just put on is called Light Fawn, which is also a shimmer. So let me show you how that looks on the eye. I'm saving the blue for last because I am gonna use the blue, but I wanted you to see all the other shades before I did that. It's a really pretty palette. Now, is it a very, like, it's a neutral palette without the blue. It absolutely is. You probably have shades like this, maybe in the bronze palette from Natasha Denona, or the ones I pulled out from Wayne Goss, or there's a whole, I mean, there's a lot. These are neutral shades. I will say though, they do look really beautiful on the eye. The matte base product, the cream, putting it all over the eye is what I did the other day. And that did work really well. It looked really nice. But it also works as like a highlight in an inner corner kind of thing. The fawn that I put all over the eyelid before I put the shimmer on top is a really pretty shade, and they call it a satin highlight. It does have like a highlighty kind of look to it. It's really, really nice. And the mattes work really well. I have no problem with the mattes, and the mattes are very creamy and they work really well. So that is, like I said, what it looks like without the blue. Let's go ahead, put the pop of blue on. So I'm gonna use my finger. Yeah, it's a really beautiful blue. I could see using this all over the eye. I could see using this just by itself. I could see using this just over the matte. It's gorgeous. I have to tell you guys, I don't really know much about Olivia Palermo other than she's an actress. I decided that I was going to pick up one new release. Olivia Palermo came out with releases. Armani is coming out with some. There's a whole bunch of new lines. And I said I was going to pick up one. And I chose this one because of the packaging. I've said that. It just looked stunning to me. And I was like, I'm a sucker for good packaging. I admit that. I am very impressed. The packaging is perfect. It's spot on for what luxury packaging should be. Like, this is what it should be. And it should make this sound when it when it closes. Satisfying. It's beautiful. The shades, I mean, that's gorgeous. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of liner, and we'll do some mascara. One sec. So I'm gonna use the shade Marine from Chanel. This is their waterproof liners. I know I've mentioned a couple of times they're coming out with 7 new shades, but it's also gonna be a new formula. So if you really love these liners like I do, and there are shades you really like, you might want to pick some up, because I don't know what the new formula is going to be like. And guys, I'm not dissing the new formula. For all I know, it's fantastic. I'm just saying I love the old formula, and I don't know what the new formula is going to be like. So we'll see, is all I'm saying. All right, let me curl my lashes really quickly. I am very much looking forward to the 7 new shades though. All right, so I'm also gonna be trying the Lancome, is it Idol? In glossy black. I just have a little sample tube. I really like to do the little samples when I can of mascara, because mascara goes bad so fast. So this is what it looks like. And let us try it out. Yeah, I've really been liking the Upswing Bite Beauty. It's not for everyone. You have to like a big wand. If you don't like a big wand, you will not like it, because the wand is huge. I mean, huge. It's like the biggest wand I've ever seen in my life. I thought the Jones Road one was big. No, this one's bigger than that. I actually like Jones Road a lot too. It's my favorite thing that came out from the Jones Road collection. In fact, I need to bring back some of the Jones Road items and pull those out for you guys. And I'll do that soon, because there's products in there I actually really like. So maybe I'll do a revisiting. I want to do some more revisiting videos anyway. You know, looking at all the stuff we already have kind of thing. I've talked about that because there's like a new release every 5 seconds. And all of us are gonna run out of places to store our makeup. Well, stuff goes bad, as we all know. I also made an appointment for my brow consultation, and it's for August 24th. That was the earliest I could get in. She's obviously very popular, very busy, which is a good thing. All right, let me take down my hair so you can see it kind of together. Okay, so that is the look. I don't have lips on yet, but that is the eye look. I think this is a stunning palette. I think she did a fantastic job. So I think she did an amazing job. I love the palette. I give it an A. The packaging alone, love it. Love it, love it, love it. But I also love the way it looks. I think it, it's really gorgeous. I used all 6 shades today. I probably won't, like when I went downtown the other day, I wore the white cream shade as a base, and then I used that satin shade all over. That's all I did. And it looked really nice all day, but I will admit this is a pretty stunning look using all 6 shades. So I'm not saying it's bad, it is beautiful. Okay, so the Lancome Idol. It is one of those prickly brushes, and like I showed you, it has this shape, so this part is thicker and this part is thinner, so when you go like this, you go like this on this eye. I don't tend to love that. I like a brush that's the same, so I don't have to go like this and go like this, but it did give a really nice look. It does separate every lash and give them length, so we'll see how it plays out. That was really my only 2nd time trying it, so lots more trying out to do. So I want to mention, I also picked up the Shantakai, the, is it Capucine? Cappuccine, I got it right. They came with the Flower Power set, and it is a beautiful shade, but I don't think it's right for this look. It's a very bright, like pinky, well, it's not really, well, it is pink, but it's like an orangey pink, and I just think it's too bright for this. But I will be using it. I really love it. I think for summer, it's gonna be awesome. Because like a lot of times you just wanna have like a bright lip. And now that the CDC has said, if you are vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. I think we're all gonna be wearing a lot more lipstick. So what I also picked up was the Suku. This is from the pre-summer collection. It is 113 or 112? Which one is it? 112. Yeah, this is the pre-summer. I think that would work. That's one. I am gonna be picking up the summer collection. I'm also gonna be picking up some of the summer collection to put in my 5,000 person giveaway. I know a lot of you have difficult time getting Suku, so I'm gonna make sure that's part of my 5,000 person giveaway, which may be next year the way I'm going, but it still will be in there. The other thing that I picked up that I haven't used yet, it's the Cle De Peau Radiant Liquid Rouge Shine. And I got it in shade 1 Sepia. It's this here. I think I'm gonna actually use that today. It's really pretty, and I really like the applicator, and I think it's a little new. I'll definitely use, I mean a little different. I'll definitely use the Suku, don't worry. I love the Suku, and I'll make sure that I use it. Maybe in one of the summer looks that I do. But today I think I'm gonna use the Cle De Peau in Sepia. Ooh, that's really nice. It's super creamy, very comfortable on the lips. Radiant Liquid Rouge Shine. Huh. Deep color and shine, abundant moisture. It does feel really nice on the lip. And for me, it's a really good neutral. I would put probably the Nude Brune liner on with it, just to deepen up this like the tiniest bit. But on me, like you can see, it's like a perfect nude lip, which is what I was going for with this eye look. I feel like the eye look should be the feature, you know what I mean, of this look, because it's so impressive. So yeah, I really like that. Nice. Okay, so for today, I think we know that I was mostly focused on the Olivia Palermo eyeshadow. I am gonna pick up the other palette. I'm really impressed, and I love the packaging. And I don't know, you know, how much she's gonna do. This is her first launch. Hopefully it's very successful, because I really think she did a great job and she deserves it to be successful. So I am gonna pick up the other palette. She also had lipsticks, but they were matte lipsticks. But I might pick one up because I'm actually really impressed. I'll have to go look. The foundation is the Tom Ford Glow Foundation. I really like it. I think it looks really nice on me. And I think this might be one of my go-to foundations for the summer because it's just a lighter, I don't know. I think it looks really nice. I really like it. The blush from Shantakai is really pretty. It's like glowy. Now, obviously, I have the Danessa Myrix on top of it, but I think by itself, it's just a really, really pretty glow. I really like that. Yeah, the Dior bronzer I've been using in 4, which I have said forever I like. And the Idol, I do like the way it looks. It separates the lashes really well and lengthens, so it does look nice. And this Cle De Peau Liquid Rouge Shine, I really like this. I think it looks nice. I don't have any fails today, guys. Sorry. Yeah, so I think that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you in another video really soon.